From TV shows to movies to Broadway and then back again. No, but seriously, is there anything Dove Cameron can't do? The talented celebrity has been blowing up the scene since she was 16 years old, and it's about time we iron out all the details. Watch until the end to find out which popular TV series Dove would love to work on.
I'm coming, Audrey! Wow.
Now, let's watch the one and only Dove Cameron grow up before our eyes. A star is born in Seattle. Dove Cameron isn't your everyday average girl, but that's never gone to her head. She was born in Seattle on January 15th, 1996, and quickly started showing signs of stardom. By the time she was 8 years old, she was already acting in a community theater at Bainbridge Performing Arts, which is a pretty big deal. According to the actress, being left to her own devices helped her realize what she wanted out of life from an early age. So during an interview with Good Day LA, this is what Dove had to say.
Yeah. No, but you know what I mean? Like, I think if you leave a child to their own devices, I think that they are going to be attracted to what they are.
But the actress did point out that being herself came at a price. Like most children, Dove was bullied by her peers, but she never let it affect her self-esteem. During the same interview, which was posted on YouTube by the Dove Cameron Brazil channel, Dove explained why she never let bullying bring her down. This is the advice she has to give to individuals who might be going through the same thing.
Like, when somebody is reaching out to you to try and bring you down, it's always a reflection of how much pain they're in.
Despite going through what she did, Dove learned from her experience and chooses to encourage others to do the same. Now, if that isn't star quality, we don't know what is. Being of artistic nature might have made her a target for bullying, but even at 8 years old, Dove knew that following her passions would pay off in the long run. Moving to LA. By the time she was 11 years old, Dove had already performed on countless stages. In 2007, she landed the role of Cosette on Les Miserables production. Shortly after, she scored the lead role of Mary in The Secret Garden. Both these productions were hosted by the Bainbridge Performing Arts School, which helped her realize how much she enjoyed being on stage. When she was 14 years old, Dove and her family moved to Los Angeles, and although this allowed her to spread her wings even more, the move wasn't an easy one. That same year, she joined her high school's national championship show choir, where she showed off her impressive vocals. Despite practically living on stage at this point, Dove confessed how she really feels about performing live while on talk show Live with Kelly and Ryan. This is what the star had to say.
I still get really shy when things are live. I panic, as though I've never done it before. It ended up being really addictive, and now all I want to do is live theater.
So basically, what was once Dove's worst fear ended up becoming her greatest joy. Moving to LA allowed Dove to enter a new audition pool, which helped her land some of her first TV and movie roles. Despite being an extraordinarily talented and successful performer, Dove still gets the jitters before auditioning or performing. During the same interview, which was posted on YouTube by the Celebrity Interviews Inside channel, Dove explained why nerves can be used as ammo.
That's what I would like to believe. Yeah, I mean, you know, as performers, it definitely kicks in.
So there you have it, guys. If something gives you butterflies, it might just be good for you. She's far from shameless. We're so used to Dove playing innocent characters that we forget that she has a dark side. In 2012, Dove landed her first TV role ever, and believe it or not, but it was on the show Shameless. This TV series is notorious for hosting some of the most despicable characters ever created. So imagine our big surprise when the vanilla star owned up to her part. Having a gig on Shameless helped Dove's portfolio stand out against other children her age, which ended up being very useful. Moving to LA proved to be the best thing she could have ever done for her career, and she has her mother to thank for it. So how did the star convince her mom to get to LA? This is what Dove had to say while on set of Kelly and Michael.
I begged my mother.
Really?
I basically did everything except make a PowerPoint presentation.
Once LA-bound, Dove managed to land small roles on TV productions like The Mentalist and Bits and Pieces. Her success came all but 1 year after her father passed away, which proved to be the most challenging period in her life. But as most great artists do, she channeled her emotions into her work and came up kicking. The Girl and the Dreamcatcher. Dove met her ex-fiancé Ryan McCartan while on the set of Liv and Maddie. But before we get into how she landed this breakthrough role, we're going to focus on her music career. It's no secret that Dove is a musical genius, which is why creating her own music came naturally to her. The once upon a time lovers wanted to invent their own sound, so they created the band The Girl and the Dreamcatcher in 2014. But the idea of releasing their very own EP never crossed their minds until millions of fans started asking for more tracks. Dove came clean about how she and Ryan created their EP album, Negatives.
But a lot of the songs on the EP, we wrote not thinking they were going to end up on an EP, and it just, again, happened very naturally.
So in other words, Dove and Ryan let their creative juices flow, never once expecting that their music would be so well received. With the help of their producer, Dustin, Dove, and Ryan were able to finalize their tracks. Despite being engaged for 6 months at the time, Dove called off her engagement with Ryan in 2016 and ultimately pulled the plug on The Girl and the Dreamcatcher. But luckily for us, Dove's singing career is far from over. Stay tuned to find out what she's working on at the moment. How she became a Disney star. In 2012, Dove auditioned for a part in the Disney show Bitten Pieces. She landed the role of Alana and was introduced to the Disney headquarters. But before the TV series could air, the cast was made to film a pilot episode. To make sure that the series would be well received, Disney allowed a group of kids to watch the pilot behind the scenes. Afterward, the kids told the producers what they liked about the show and what they didn't. According to Dove, it took about 9 months for Disney to get back to her. But instead of going through with Bits and Pieces, they offered her her very own show. But before allowing her to celebrate, they threw her a curveball by stating that she would be playing twins. Playing 2 different characters was definitely a challenge, and this is what Dove had to say about it while on Live with Kelly and Michael.
Basically not, but it's also twice the fun, and I think it really trained me.
It's obvious that Dove is quick on her feet, but according to her, finding out that she was going to be starring on Liv and Maddie came as a shock.
All the processing of like what they liked and what they didn't, and it came back and they were like, so your show got picked up. Also, you're gonna be playing twins, so we'll see you Monday.
The old bait and switch.
Yeah.
The old twin bait and switch.
Absolutely terrified.
Liv and Maddie came out on the Disney Channel back in 2013 and came to an end in 2017. So for 4 long years, Dove played 2 very different characters. During this time, she landed roles on other Disney shows like The Lodge, Cloud9, and Austin and Ally. And before long, she became the renowned Disney star we all know and love. Becoming Mal. Dove is a triple threat, meaning that she can sing, dance, and act. This makes her the perfect Disney star, which led her to land the role of Mal in the Descendants franchise. Despite her cute and innocent looks, Dove took on the role of a villain. And the hilarious actress had this to say when talk show host Michael asked her about her character and whether or not he should be afraid of her.
Should I be afraid?
I mean, like, yeah, just about as intimidating as I am right now.
The hilarious actress spent hours learning her lines, practicing her music, and memorizing her dance moves. She's dedicated to her role, to say the least, and fans are super excited to see what Descendants 3 has in store for them. During an interview that was hosted by Disney Channel UK, Dove came clean about how she viewed her character Mal, and this is what she had to say.
Complex, fiery, and sensitive.
Despite being very different from her on-screen character, Dove can't help but feel connected to her, purple hair and all.
I'm intense, I'm very complex, I'm very emotional, layered.
So, there you have it. Mal and Dove might be worlds apart, but they still manage to see eye to eye. Hairspray Live. By now, it's no secret that Dove enjoys performing live, even though it gives her the butterflies every once in a while. In 2016, Dove scored the role of Amber Von Tussle on the highly anticipated TV movie Hairspray Live.
Oh my god, it's a dream of a lifetime. I have to audition.
2016 proved to be a very active year for the celebrity. Despite having committed to Disney productions like Liv and Maddie and Descendants, the star somehow managed to juggle another project. Due to her hectic lifestyle, Dove arrived to the Hairspray Live production a few weeks late. And here's what the actress had to say about the production.
Super infectious energy in the same way that the show is, and so it's got a great marriage to it.
Despite being way behind on the filming schedule, Dove managed to catch up to the rest of the cast and delivered a stellar performance. Liv and Maddie. Dove isn't one to take all the credit, which is why she's such a beloved celebrity. Not only does she enjoy speaking with her fans and encouraging others to stand up for themselves, but she also loves giving others credit when credit is due. When Liv and Maddie first aired, many fans believed the characters to be 2 entirely different people, and they were shocked to find out that both Liv and Maddie were played by the same actress. So how did the star manage to pull this camera trick off? Well, we're about to find out.
And they watch my performance and then they sort of mimic exactly what I do, and they're incredibly talented.
Being the friendly star that she is, Dove befriended her two body doubles and still keeps contact with them today. After playing Liv and Maddie for a total of 4 years, Dove decided that it was time to move on to bigger and better things. For now, she's still very committed to a string of Disney projects, but the actress hinted that she might be changing directions sometime in the near future.
You can't go without a date and Diggy's in Tundramania, and it's not like I'm gonna go with anyone else at our school.
Moving away from Disney. Being a Disney star is a huge accomplishment, one that many actors wish they could have on their portfolio. Dove has never taken her opportunities for granted, which is why she's stuck by Disney's side for so long. She might have been hailed the Disney Channel queen, but that won't stop her from spreading her wings and seeking new horizons. At 22 years old, it's only normal for the actress to want to try out new endeavors, which is why she's confirmed that she'll be putting Disney in the past once Descendants 3 is finished filming. During an interview with AOL, Dove came clean about her love for Broadway. In fact, she stated that pursuing a Broadway career would be something of great interest for her. This interview was posted on the Build series YouTube channel, and it showcased some pretty compelling information.
What would be your dream role?
My dream role, Elsa, no, I think Anna on Broadway. I really want to play Anna in the Frozen Broadway incarnation. I would die for that.
Despite having her feet firmly planted in Los Angeles, Dove has been hinting to moving to New York to follow her passions. In the end, it's pretty obvious that Dove has what it takes to make it big on Broadway. Would you guys like to see Dove playing Anna on Frozen the musical? Because we sure would. Watch until the end to find out which TV show Dove is desperately trying to become a part of. Her debut single. Music has always been in Dove's blood, which is why she's tried to release a few singles in the past. While her band, The Girl and the Dreamcatcher, might have fallen through, she never gave up on her dreams of becoming a famous singer. Now that she's completed the filming for Descendants 3, Dove is determined to release an album. The singer was signed by the Sony Columbia Disruptor Records in 2018, and she's been working around the clock to deliver the upcoming single, Talks About. While the singer has confirmed that she has not 10 songs at the moment, her album has yet to be released. Dove came clean about her album during a Build series interview, and here's what she had to say.
So I'm really excited, and right after Descendants 3, I have a whole bunch of songs lined up.
We don't know about you, but we're super excited to see what Dove has in store for us. What she's doing now. Dove is unlike any 22-year-old we've ever met. She's jumped from one production to the next and doesn't seem to be pressing the brakes anytime soon. She's evolved before our eyes, and we couldn't be happier about the woman she's become. Although Dove confirmed that she'd be leaving Disney, the actress still has her hands in the cookie jar. While she won't be showing her face in a Disney production anytime soon, she's been lending her voice to a Disney cartoon series. Marvel Rising Initiation is a mini TV series that aired in 2018, and Dove is the voice actress behind characters Ghost Spider and Gwen Stacy. On top of that, Dove is set to star as Cher on the off-Broadway play Clueless, and we're super excited to see the rendition of the character. And since the actress enjoys keeping her plate full, she's also landed the role of Ruby in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But if that wasn't enough, the young starlet recently filmed a movie with big-time star Jennifer Aniston. Dumplin' is set to come out in theaters on December 7th, 2018, and this is what Dove had to say about the movie and her co-stars during an interview with J14 magazine.
Oh my gosh, I've never bonded with a group of girls so quickly. But yeah, it was one of the most enjoyable experiences of my whole career.
For now, it looks like Dove has her hands full with projects, but you never know what else the star is going to pick up.
No, I'm the one who passed. License to surprise!
She wants to join the Riverdale and SABRINA cast. Most millennials were more than happy to find out that the Archie comics were going to come to life before their eyes. Riverdale is a super popular show, and it doesn't come as a surprise that Dove wants in on it. The actress explained that she's friends with the cast and that she'd be willing to join the production. During an interview with Shine On Media, Dove stated that there were a lot of rumors about her joining the Riverdale cast circulating around. Here's what she had to say about the matter.
I love the character Sabrina, obviously. I was a huge fan of the original Archie comics. That was like all I read when I was little.
From what it sounds like, Dove would be happy with a part in Netflix, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, or Riverdale, and hopefully the productions will choose to include her, because let's face it, she would make the best witch ever. So do you guys think that Dove deserves a spot on either one of these shows? Let us know which you'd prefer in the comments below. And that's it for our video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on The Things.